Sip Harshal, Sip Bliko, Sip Sarla, Sip Premchandji, Sip Anil, Sip Girish Ananda, Sip Man, uh, Manju, Sip Yogini, Sip Chotwani, Sip Ahem, Sip Rohit Murthy, Sip Parthi Amma, Sip Rajendra, Sip Swati, Sip Sadanand, Sip Saroja, Sip Sagai Raj, Sip Sanjay Unial, Sip Situraman, Sip uh, Lawrence, Sip Siva, Sip Atmatray, Sip Ritika, Sip Lakshmi, Sip Bliss, Sip Bala, and many more of you who are joining the call. I welcome you. I was driving and I just got in. You know by now uh, my my drama of traveling and my drama of moving from place to place, and therefore it is a challenge for me. Why is not coming live? So therefore, today is the subject of our discussion is a subject requested by one of our dear members here. And the subject is on death. Death is inevitable. Why we don't like to talk about it? Death is inevitable, but why we don't like to talk about it? Who would like to give their comment on this? Death is inevitable. Yes, a subject like death is right there waiting for us. When I had a conversation with one Bollywood star, again and again he kept telling me, "अरे मौत के बारे में मत बात करो, मौत के बारे में मत बात करो, मौत के." I don't know whether you have seen that podcast. The one Bollywood star said, "Don't talk to me about death. I don't like." And I said, "What's the problem? Why should we not talk about death?" So let us. We have got Rumataji, Lakshmi, Mamta, Lawrence, Jasmine. Let us start. Come on.
Pranam Guruji, Shivoham.
Pranam. Boliye Mataji.
Guruji, death is inevitable. It is 100% sure to come, but we don't want to talk about it because we are scared and we have fear of death, because we leave our possessions and we leave our relations, and then we are not sure of after death. There are many myths of heaven and hell, so people are scared of that also. But I am not scared of death, Guruji. आपके साथ रह रह के हम निडर हो गए हैं. जिस मरने से जग डरे मेरे मन आनंद, जिस मरने से जग डरे मेरे मन आनंद, मरने पर ही पाइए पूर्ण परमानंद. So I feel there is no need of any fear, because death is sure to come. Whosoever will take birth has to go. We come empty-handed and we will go empty-handed. So why we should worry about our possessions and relations?
Very good. Well said, Mumataji. Well said. Let me go. Thank you. Lakshmi,
Thank you, Guruji.
Mamta, Lawrence, Jasmine. Yes.
Shivoham, sir.
Shivoham.
So we are so addicted to this Maya world. So we don't want to go for the bad things which hurts us.
So what does
That's why
that
we
got
don't
to do
want
with
to
death?
talk about it. That's why about death we don't want to talk. We want to enjoy the life.
Okay, I get your point. Thank you, Lakshmi. Mamta?
Shivoham, Guruji. I
Shivoham,
think
bolo
we are scared of death is because we are not ready to let go. You know, we are too attached to the worldly possessions, and we don't know ourselves yet. The day we realize ourselves, who we are, I'm sure we're going to be happily ready to let go. I think it's because we are shadowed in life.
Beautiful. I like your simple answer that we are attached. Thank you, Mamta. Lawrence, what do you have to say, Lawrence? Why, though death is inevitable, why are we so scared of death?
Sip AiR, yes. Well, first thing in confession, I love death. I don't like it, but I think, well, can death be, if the mind is not real, death cannot be either. And therefore, instead of death being a dead end, death and dead end. Death can be my friend, because
But why did
for
you say
me,
you love? You said you love death. Did you
I
say
don't
that?
mean it's certainly not a romantic love. The sense of that it reminds me that it's just a gate. It's just, a friend said to me, a Vedanta teacher, he said, well, he said to me, oh, and it's true, you've seen people dying, everyone's dying. And he said, you know, the living go on living and the dead go on living. So
Okay. Somebody else.
that's all.
Somebody else.
Thank you.
Somebody else
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
different reason why they were in love with death. I will give you that
Oh,
answer. Somebody else told
I
a different
love to hear
reason why
that.
they are in love. Yeah.
Very good.
Jasmine. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Jasmine, Girishananda, and Payal.
Yes, so
Interesting discussion. Yes, Jasmine.
yes, I feel that people are sometimes afraid of what they don't understand, and people don't fully understand that, which can create fear to talk about it. I also recently told someone that that should be celebrated just the same as birth, and that I wasn't afraid to die, and the person said that I was suicidal. So I think that society and culture can create fear in people also to talk about it freely.
Beautiful. So I think it's a very good thought that death should be made into a celebration. But do you know why, Jasmine, death should be a celebration? Do you know why?
I feel like it should be a celebration because you get a moment to be one with God. That's how I view it. You know, before you're born, God is the only one that knows that you exist, even before your mom does. And I feel like it can be an intimate moment with God when you do die. So I feel like that's something to celebrate.
Okay. I don't know whether I heard you right, but yes, there's many people in some cultures in India, when somebody dies, they play a band and they dance and they celebrate in many cultures in India.
Yes, we do that here. Uh-huh.
You do that there?
Yes, I live in New Orleans. I don't know if you're familiar, but we celebrate for funerals and that it's a big party and celebration.
And do they say why?
It's just the culture. We just celebrate it. We view that as a
Okay.
celebration.
Okay,
Yeah.
because there's a logic behind. Yeah, I hope before the end of the call we'll get to that as well. Girish, thank you,
Okay.
Jasmine. Girish, Ananda,
Mhm.
and Payal.
We believe that we are this body. Therefore, we also believe with the death of this body, we will die. We never realize that what dies is only the body, and we are the immortal soul, which cannot die. So, since we believe that we will die and we don't want to die at any cost, we avoid discussing about death.
Good. And why do we avoid discussing? Just because we feel we will die? Is there something beyond that?
Someone may think by discussing about death, we may be preponing the death.
Actually, Girish, your right answer is good. There are many reasons. The number of reasons that people are not wanting to talk about death are many reasons. And today, let us get to those reasons. Let us understand all the reasons. Because there are not just one or two reasons, there are many reasons. Thank you, Girish. Payal, and then Samatma, Will, Bliss, Ritika. Payal?
Hi, Guruji.
Yes,
Shivoha.
Payal. Shiva.
Guruji, I think the reason of fearing from death is because you come into an unknown territory. You don't know what happens next. And I have slightly changed my perspective towards this whole thing of death after, and you are the inspiration, Guruji. Because some days back, there was somebody in the member of our team, husband passed away. And you made this announcement in the call stating that, it was a beautiful announcement, Guruji. You made it so beautiful in that call, and that made me think that it's a change of perspective. You said his soul has met the divine, which means tomorrow, if somebody gets to know that I am meeting God, look at this, the whole perspective of death changes. So
Absolutely.
for me, that was an inspiration of, looking death from a different angle.
No,
So thank
beautiful.
you.
I'm happy you. No, I'm happy you looked at it like that. I'm also happy that the member you're speaking about, she is so strong. She is so spiritual, and the
Yes.
person who passed away was also on this call. He used to sit with her on this
Yes.
call,
Yeah.
and he
Guru.
used to and therefore, we as human beings. That's why thank you for also encouraging this topic, Payal. We as human beings, we must. I have written many songs on this. One
Yes.
song I have written for those who understand Hindi. I have written मैं नहीं मरता हूँ बस ये तन मरता है रोना नहीं मेरे मौत पे जश्न तो मनाना. You must celebrate when I die. Because
Yes.
मैं नहीं मरता हूँ बस ये तन मरता है मुक्ति मैं पाता हूँ जब ये तन मरता है. Jasmine was saying people celebrate in New Orleans. People celebrate death because death is liberation.
Yes.
Death is not death. Payal, you will never die. Why?
Yeah.
Sukeshni that day was so strong because she and the one her partner who passed away, they know, they're very clear. People on this call are absolutely clear that the body will die and that it is inevitable. What Payal, you yourself agree, the body has to die.
Yes, I
Do
agree.
you know, Payal, how long? Do you know how long a butterfly lives, Payal?
I think a week or 14 days max.
2 weeks, correct. A dog,
Yes.
a dog,
A dog must be 10, 11, maximum
correct.
15.
Correct. About 10 years. So there is a fly, a kind of a mayfly, which lives one day. Now,
Yeah.
how much ever we may try, a human being has a life span of 100 years. And the
Yes.
life expectancy in some countries is 50, some countries 70, some countries 90. But people after 100, you're as good as dead.
Yes.
So good, Payal. And Payal, just to tell you, people
Yes.
are not wanting to talk about that. You know why, Payal? What's the main reason?
Yes.
In one line, what is in one word the main reason, you know?
I don't know. That's why I suggested this topic.
It's called ignorance.
Ignorance. Yes.
It's called
Yes.
ignorance.
But
It is
Guruji, the way you have made it realize to all of us is so beautiful, Guruji. Thank you so
no,
much for that.
thank you, Payal, but we all not about see realization is one thing. We all must be ready for that moment of death, and death must be a doorway, a liberation to that ultimate goal of moksha, nirvana, becoming one with the supreme. Provided we have realized that we are the Atma, then we become one with the Paramatma. But
Thank you, Guruji.
but it was Payal's suggestion today's topic, so thank you, Payal, for your good
Thank
suggestion.
you.
Samatma. I always welcome good topics. Samatma.
Shivoham.
Yes,
I love all the
Samatma.
divine souls. I love all the divine souls here. The reason why people are afraid of death is first is they are attached and they feel they have to leave everything and go. And one more main thing is they feel they are indispensable. What will my family do without me? How will everything go on? They don't realize that death is not the end. It is actually just a bend and it is taking you towards your freedom, where you will be liberated and you are free from this body, because they don't realize that I am not the body. They feel I am going to die. And they are so attached to their family. They feel, how will my family live without me? That is why they are really so scared of death.
So you're right. So as I said, there are so many reasons that one of the reasons Samatma says that people think what will happen after I die. Nothing will happen. Huh? People, even our country thought, क्या होगा? Jawaharlal Nehru जाएगा, Nehru गया, Indira Gandhi गया, Rajiv Gandhi. So somebody or the other takes over, and therefore this indispensable point should not be there. Thank you, Samatma. Bliss Yogini Rajendra Chidanand. Bliss
Hi,
Yogini
Swami.
Rajendra. Hi,
Swami,
Bliss.
everyone. Love you all. You know,
Yes.
I work with old people, old person, they are near to death, and many of them, what they see, it's not the fear of the dead, is what the thing is the worst. It's only the thing, it's the body only, it will die. But the worst is everything that die while we are alive. When we don't understand everything, the reason, everything is karma and everything is lila. It's the worst because people don't understand why the the die happened.
So because of ignorance, they don't understand.
Yes, because when we lost the body, it's one thing, but everything we lost and everything we could die during the life is very hard for everyone because they don't understand why it's
Okay.
happened and the karma and everything. So we don't understand why.
What is death and why death is happening? Yeah, good. I agree
Yeah.
with you. Thank you. Yogini Rajendra
Thank you.
Chidanand Seturam. Thank you, Bliss. Yogini.
Shivam, sir.
Shivoham.
Yeah, I wanted to tell, but you have already told this that I don't die, my body dies. If this is just the ignorance, and if I realize this, so it becomes very easy that death is nothing but it's not the end; it's just a bend. We have to realize this.
But it's so difficult to realize, Yogini, when I talk to so many people, I ask them the simple question, will you die? They say, yes, of course. Anybody I ask, will you die? They said, yes, of course, one day I will die. But when I tell them, no, you will not die, then they say, now I understand what you're telling. My body will die, I will not die. But still, they don't realize.
It is
If the
difficult.
moment the moment we realize, Yogini, that we will never die, body will die, then that is a good conversation.
Yes.
But that is the worst conversation in the world today. Like Payal suggested this topic, why we don't want to talk about death. Nobody wants to talk. Yogini, is it right or wrong? Does anybody want to talk on death? क्या यार जिंदगी के बारे में बात करो यार. Talk of life, talk of happy things. Why you are talking about death? This is what they say.
It's because of fear, sir. We don't want to talk about it because we are afraid. What is going to happen?
Fear is one reason. Like fear, there are many other reasons. Fear is
Yes.
one reason. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Rajendra Chidanand Seturam Surinder.
Shivam sir.
Yes. Shivam sir.
Sir, there is a story in Mahabharata where Yaksha tells the Yudhishthira what is the most surprising thing in this world. Yudhishthira replies that most astonishing thing in this world is that everybody knows that he has to die, but nobody wants to believe in it. So I think 90% plus 90% people don't want to believe that he is going to die. It is because of the avidya, because they are attached to samsara in a very miserable way. They are attached to pleasure and the possessions. They don't want to leave it. They feel the temporary pleasure is the ultimate ecstasy. They don't know the dying is basically sort of liberation. If it is a celebration, they can get liberated after death, but they don't know this vidya. They are in the avidya. So because nobody wants to talk about that, they feel if अगर किसी को बोलेंगे कि आप मरना है तो उसको गाली लगेगी. He will feel like abused. So I think this is like that.
Okay, I said, yeah, good. I mean, it's also a valid point. I agree with you. Thank you. Chidanand Setaram, Surinder Bliko, Will Bala Rekha Shayar. There are many people in the line. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Shivam Guruji. I think
Sure.
I have a slightly different perspective.
Yeah.
The reason is people intuitively feel that you're not going to die, which is a fact. So everybody says, yes, I know I'm going to die. But if you see every common man, he doesn't even know what is religion. He never believes that he's going to die because that is a fact. That's why people don't talk about it.
But why they don't talk about it? Today the discussion
Just
is why people don't.
they don't talk about it because they know intuitively that I am not going to die. That's what I feel.
But that,
Otherwise, a human being who is having such intellect and rationale, they don't even bother to ask this question because for them it is a fact. I am not going to die.
but
That's
that's a
why
that's a goog- that's a
that
googly
is
that's a
the
googly.
tragedy.
No,
That's
that's
a
a
googly
googly you're
actually.
giving.
If they ask, they think 2 minutes and they think over it, they can even in fact transcend death.
But that's not the truth, Chidanand. People, what you're saying, that's not so. See, people don't think they're not going to die, Chidanand, and that answer cannot come intuitively. That is a good point of perspective from your side, but your perspective is not the reality of life, Chidanand. The reality is this, and you correct me if I'm wrong, Chidanand. If you go and talk to anybody, moth, अरे talk of some pleasant topic यार, कुछ अच्छा बात करो ना यार. क्यों ये सड़ा हुआ
That is
टॉपिक बात कर रहा
that
है?
comes because of fear. That's why they don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. So that's today. That's what we are talking, Chidanand. But
Yeah.
but if you make people realize, Chidanand, तो आप तो कभी मरेंगे नहीं. You know today a very dear friend
Then
of
they are happy about it.
just today, I'm in Iceland, but somebody in India, a very dear friend of mine spoke to me, and my friend told me that her sister died. Her sister died yesterday. And she said, I'm grieving. She said, I'm so sad. I'm so sad my sister died. She was so dear to me, my sister. She died. And then, but when I explained to my friend on the call, my friend said, I want to sit with you and understand how you are able to face death so boldly. This is what Payal said, that, when Chidanand, when we have some member in this call whose partner passes
Yeah,
away.
Sukeshini, yes.
Yeah. But how strength, how strong, how the awakening makes the person strong. That
Yes.
is what, if that happens, then people don't have a problem talking. Death is actually, something, of course, no doubt. If somebody very dear to me passes away tomorrow, will I miss that person? Of course, I'll miss
Obviously,
that person.
obviously you'll miss.
It is hypocrisy to say I will not miss that person.
Yes.
But what can we do? Suppose somebody passes away, what can we do?
You have to accept that fact.
We have no choice.
No
have
choice.
no choice. Somebody sent me a video. Yes, when somebody in Maharashtra passed away in the gym yesterday doing exercise. 54-year-old man was doing what they call Zumba, dead while doing Zumba, dancing Zumba, and that video has gone viral, I think, in India. That man doing Zumba. So, but we have to accept.
Yes.
We have no choice. Thank you, Chidanand.
Yes.
Seturam Surinder, Blickoville. Interesting topic today, but we must, Administrator, I want 5 minutes to conclude this topic. Very important. 8:45, I want conclusion time. Seturam.
Shivam Guruji.
Namaskar.
Death is inevitable, and we live from, actually, in fact, we live from moment to moment. And so we should be prepared for it. But normally people have the fear that comes in the way because they always feel anyone who dies is always suffers in the end with a disease and ailment, and he will be admitted in the hospital. Because I read somewhere 50% of American doctors wrote in their will that they should not be admitted in the hospital in the final stages because they think it is the body is given pain and suffering in the hospital. So this fear is what is coming in the way. But as a seeker and in this path, thanks to you, we all, I feel I have to expedite my sadhana and realize. So that
before you join this call and after you come this call, are you not able to now face that the concept of death more boldly? Has it not changed your concept little by little?
Very much, very much.
That is important.
Yeah.
Chitturam, I used to be very scared of death. I was very scared of death once upon a time.
Yeah.
You see a dead body, I used to be so scared to go near a corpse.
Now, as you say, it is a freedom, actually. It is freedom when we we join the divine. And freedom, samsara also.
Some people say, no, when the body dies, the partner of the person goes and hugs the body, crying, clinging to the body.
Correct.
But the person is gone.
Yeah. That is because of their guiltiness that they have not done enough to the person. They have not realized that person.
Maybe, maybe, but the person is gone now. By hugging that body and
Yeah.
by crying, nothing is going to happen.
Yeah. Yes. True, very true.
So I think what AiR has suggested today's topic, death should become a healthy discussion.
Yeah, very much.
Death should become a very healthy discussion in our communities. Thank you. Surinder. Yes, Surinder. Bliko. I don't see Surinder on the call. Bliko.
Shivoham, everybody.
Sir, I'm there.
Surinder, come just a moment. Yes, tell me, Surinder.
Yeah, I think so. Basically, people are not aware or ignorant about what will happen after death. Whether
Yes.
I'll be reborn as a human being or as an animal. So if people are not clear, so how are they going to talk about it? If they themselves are not sure, they do not have answers to this basic question of what will happen to us or to our soul when we die.
Yeah.
So
you are right.
I'm also not aware about it.
So Surinder,
I just
is
wanted
it only not clear or also fear?
Fear, yeah, is obviously a fear as well, because you're dying and then whether you'll be reborn or no, what will happen? So that fear is always there.
So what you said, you are not clear. You are not clear what happens after death. Are you clear or not clear?
I am not clear. I just wanted your
So
views.
how long have you been on this call?
1 month at least.
But first time you're asking question, I think.
No, I've asked question before. This is the second time I'm asking.
Second.
So I know that what you're saying does body dies, soul lives. What happens after that is one question that I have, and how is second question is how is the soul reborn, and when does it enter the body?
So Surinder, first point is only body dies. This part you're clear, Surinder. Only the body dies.
Yes.
And
yes.
people will say you leave the body. Correct?
Yes.
At death, only there are two possibilities. At death, there are only two possibilities. One possibility is reincarnation, and one possibility is realization. If there is realization, there's realization, there's liberation and unification. But if there is no realization, there is reincarnation. It's a very simple. This is not given by me. This is given in the Katho Upanishad. The Lord of Death, Yama, explains this to Nachiketa. But that's very complicated. Don't go there. I'm telling you in simple lines. So if we do not realize that we are the soul, then we come back. The soul is not reborn. You are asking me, the soul only gives birth, gives life. The soul gives the prana, gives the Jan. You know Jan? You know the meaning of Jan? Jan means life, my life. Jan. So that Jan is God.
Energy, you say?
Jan, whenever I use the word Jan, it means my God. Huh?
Energy? Jan means energy, you say?
Jan means energy. Jan means pran. Jan means the divine inside. So the point, Surinder, is that prana, that Jan, that soul, the Atma, that never, that's like electricity. What science says, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another. But these are the more questions you must come back tomorrow and ask further. Today we are focusing on death. Okay, Surinder? Bliko. Sorry for holding you back, Bliko. Thank you for understanding. Bliko and Will.
Yeah, Shivoham. I'll
Sure.
make it quick. I'll make it
Take
quick
your time.
because can you hear me?
Yes. Little louder. We can hear you little louder.
Yeah, I'll make it quick. So, most of the thing is already said. Now, this ignorance is the main reason. When you are on spiritual path and when you know IS, you will never worry about death, because it is like people don't like that talk, because life is a beautiful lie and death is a cruel truth. So people know it that I am going to die, but they don't want to talk because they are like to live in a beautiful lie, which is samsara, which is a illusion. But people still like that illusion because of not knowing the reality of the soul and other things. Now, I want you to sing that song, which is मौत की सच्चाई क्या है. जो नहीं समझते वो इसके लिए प्रॉब्लम है.
मौत की सच्चाई क्या है, हम कभी ना मरते हैं, हम तो इस शरीर से मुक्त होते हैं जब ये तन मरता है, हम तो अमर आत्मा है, आत्मा कभी ना मरती है, एहसास जब होता है हम तन मन ना संसार से मुक्त होते हैं, मौत की सच्चाई क्या है. Huh? Because somebody gets sick, they start thinking, मर जाऊंगा, मर जाऊंगी तो क्या होगा. The moment we are sick, we start thinking, what if the death whistle blows? Everybody who comes goes. And when you become a beautiful thing, those who have surrendered, not surrender, those who have surrendered, they have no fear of death.
No worry.
They have no fear of death.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Will.
Shivohang, thank you for taking the call. So I think one of the underlying issues is the education system does not want anybody to know about death. And they like to create a lot of distraction, talk about geography or French or Latin or history, some English literature, something, but don't let the children think about death, because if they talk about death, the end of the economy, people will suddenly start taking an interest in the spiritual life. This is the end of your economy. So the best thing is to fill the children with all kinds of nonsense and distraction, and then when they die, well, the dead people, they can no longer vote, they can no longer pay, so this is your problem, goodbye. So I think the best thing is for you to have special classes for children that they can attend, and you can inform them of two things. Firstly, there's two things.
There's a big danger if I start having those special classes. You know that?
You put on a beard and a mustache and do it like that.
Somebody will murder me. There'll be nobody to do this Zoom call.
Well, I don't fear. We'll have some of your students ready to stand in. But I think that
No, you're right. Will, the whole concept of religion is to make people believe the lie that God lives in the sky. And because of this lie, the whole concept of death is something very mystical, very mystical, and so there are all people say, okay, we will do this puja and this ritual, and then we will go to the temple and the church, and we will do this and that, and then so the key word is ritual. Ritual.
Yes, sir.
People get caught in rituals. Why not we have some better ritual?
But I think that you're not frightened of death, and I think these classes would be very good for India and for the world.
The classes will, unless all of you take this message to the world. For me alone, if I give you about 100, 200 people, 300 people, you give it to another 100, 200 people, then there's an exponential multiplication. You all must take the message to the world, the message of the truth. Only then it's going to work.
I think your Indian Prime Minister, I've seen him meditating, and I think the best thing is to invite his children to the classes. Then you'll have the Secret Service looking after you.
Okay, so he will get some. He has no children, I believe. So he is a different type of a man. But good, Will. But you're right. Your answer is right. Bala.
प्रणाम गुरुजी, लव यू गुरुजी.
लव यू. आप डरती है क्या मौत से?
नहीं गुरुजी, अभी नहीं डरती हूँ. अभी नहीं, as I am following this spiritual path now, I don't get scared also. Every day listening to this call, Guruji, it has transformed the life. क्योंकि अपने को मालूम है कि when the whistle will blow, we never know. So it's better. It's better to be what we say to transform our life. So Guruji only, and that is also clear कि body is going to die, mind and ego is again will again reborn. So Guruji, mind और ego होगा ही नहीं, ऐसे ही हम लोग behave करते हैं Guruji. So and now this is clear to us Guruji, but people even in our my mother, my father, my brother, they lifelong they have made money. They are in that queue only, and they are getting scared because of that losing the what we said, losing the grip from that Guruji. So उनको उनके सामने अगर मैं ऐसी बात करती हूँ ना गुरुजी, मेरी मम्मी बोलती चुप बैठ, बोलने का नहीं कुछ भी. तो in my house only it is of this, the situation was of this type Guruji, and attachment towards children Guruji कि सब मेरे हाथ से छूटेगा. But I मतलब गुरुजी अभी ये जैसे कॉल में आती हूँ गुरुजी, अभी डर भी नहीं लगता है कोई चीजों का. Everything is cleared and everything we know that we are going to go one day. So it's better that we have with the realization we go. कम से कम reborn तो नहीं हो गए वापस हम लोग.
Good. Very good, Bala. Very good. Please make the knowledge into realization. Thank you, Rekha. सब कुछ मालूम है उसको, realization में you convert knowledge to realization. Rekha.
Shivoham here.
Sure.
People fear death because there was no one to make them realize what the actual meaning of death. So we were taught like God will punish you, you'll go to hell, heaven, all of this, and nobody accepts their death. And it is like they are so sunk in this samsara that we forget the body will die. So when they think only old will die, so all these things are there, and it's very funny. Like when we used to see someone else's dead body, we used to say how sad. Little did we realize that death is everybody bodies has to die. So
and it is only when you die that you can become one with God. Somebody said it very beautifully. Everybody wants to attain God, but nobody wants to die.
Yes, nobody realizes this, and we are taught like this.
Everybody wants to attain God, but nobody wants to die. But without dying, you can't attain. How can you attain God?
Yes. It's that only. They don't realize.
Shayar, good Rekha. Shayar.
Thank you.
Sir, bolo.
I just wanted to tell that everybody wants to go to the heaven, but nobody wants to die.
अरे अभी मैंने आपका चुरा लिया आपका शायरी.
चुरा लिया मुझसे तुमको. There is a very beautiful song which is like that one. ये दुनिया नहीं जागीर किसी की, राजा हो या रंक यहाँ पर सब हैं पहरेदार, कितने आकर चले गए कुछ जाने को तैयार. Problem, I don't think that is the problem, but acceptance is there. That attachments make you not talk of it. And then we all know, तू यहाँ मुसाफिर है, ये सराय पानी है, 4 दिन की जिंदगी,
तेरी जिंदगानी है,
तेरी जिंदगानी.
धन जमीन जर जेवर कुछ ना साथ जाएगा, खाली हाथ आया है खाली हाथ जाएगा, जान कर भी अनजाना बन रहा है दीवाने, अपने उम्र फानी पर तन रहा है दीवाने, इस कदर तो खोया है इस जहां के मेले में, क्यों प्रभु को भूला है फंस के इस झमेले में. So,
but then that thing which you don't talk, you fear too much. That which you
talk.
No,
it's both ways. See, the thing you don't talk, you fear, and the thing you fear, you don't talk. This is the chakkar. But I think that we should talk to people about death in a positive manner. And the way to talk to that child, ask somebody, will you die? They will say, huh, one day. Say, no, you will not die. People will say you passed away, isn't it? People will destroy the body. Why they destroy the body? They destroy the body because you have left the body. Logo ko samjhana. At least this one thing, if we can make people understand, it is a great transformation. What what Will was saying. Will, the class we need to take with people is this simple class that you will never die. Only your body will die. Your body has to die, but you will fly, which means you will leave the body. This is a reality of life, and we need to make people realize this truth. Okay, I don't know the videos on the call. Premchandji. Premchandji. Shivoham.
I do not know what was the intention of the systems operator to put this subject. We can divide persons in two categories. One who was on the path of spiritualism, they won't hesitate to discuss the death. The second part, the common men. Common men, when we talk to them, they say only thing we know that we are dying. Even a child of 8-10 years is made known that his parents or mother or father has died and he will not be able to see again. And by time passes, he understands that one day or the other he has to die. So in common men, the general people say, we know we have to die. So what to discuss about it? The sun rises, what to discuss about it? So the people do not fear, but okay, what is the importance of discussion? And so far as concerned, to make them understand, we are not in a position just try to make them understand that what is the importance of death for a man, for a human being. So they do not fear, but they do not want to understand the importance of death. And it is needed only by the spiritual teachers. Ordinary men, ordinary men just like me, I tried my best, but I could not make even a 2 persons that they are ready to discuss the death. They say, हाँ यार ठीक है, एक रोज मौत आनी आएगी, आराम से जी रहे हैं, क्या परेशानी है? They don't fear, but they don't want to discuss. So,
correct. You're right. Premchandji, they don't want to discuss, but because inside they are fearing it and they are ignorant.
Because
There are two major.
inside fear, they do not know the importance of death. Death is the main thing. Either it can bring us reincarnation, it can bring us liberation. But they do not know. They know only that death is inevitable. But we can't make them understand.
Don't worry. You don't worry. You try to do it. You remain in consciousness and you keep your Shivoham sip on your lip.
That I personally I know. But thank you very much.
Yeah, keep bas or kuch. What is important for me is you are holding the hand of sip. Sip ka haath mat chhod.
That is always me. It is inside me, sir. It is inside me, sir. Sip is inside me, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
very much, sir.
Raji.
Thank you.
Thank you. Raji.
Shivam Guruji.
Sure.
I want to just comment. Actually, this Acharya Ishanand, which you had that podcast when his father Shivanand, he started Art of Dying. Actually, that was so those episodes I used to see, but in my house it was not. They told no, why are you seeing this Art of Dying? I told no, I want to see that serial only, Art of Dying. That he used to teach Art of Dying actually.
What is Art of Dying? What they teach?
That only he told that I am not the body, not the mind and all. But at that time, nothing went into my head because I was not allowed to see that with full consciousness and all. Little bit I used to see, then that channel was in the TV. My husband did not allow me to see that much. Art of Dying, now you need not see all those things and all. But now
because people think of it to be something very
yes,
very
then
bad.
Then very bad. That is why he changed as Shiva Yoga. Earlier it was called Art of Dying. Then it was changed to Shiva Yoga.
Okay. I did not know all these things.
Yes. But now after coming to the ball, I have learned that this body will never die. Only body will die, and I will never die. So we need not worry about it.
Therefore, why should we worry, Raji? If we are immortal souls, why
yes.
Thank you. So we have got now Krishan, Lawrence, Shiva, Swati, and Govind. 5 more people, administrator on the call. Krishan, Lawrence, Siva, Swati, Govind. We will end with Govind and I will wrap up the call. Krishan.
Shivam Guruji, according to me,
Shivam.
death is a beautiful event when the soul will leave its old cloth, and it's a opportunity to liberate me from all the karma. If I may realize person that I'm not this mind, body, and ego, then I'm able to unification with the ship. I'm merged with the ship, and my soul will leave its cloth. But I have to take care that my whole karma account will be settled before I have to leave this body.
So you are right. So why people don't want to talk of death? If this is such a beautiful thing, why people don't want to talk?
Because due to ignorance, death, they fear about the death. One book is there, Bhavishya Mallika Puran. It's a book which is written before 600 years ago, which says in 2032, the world will be destroyed. Only 60 crore people will be alive on the world. भविष्य मल्लिका पुराण.
ठीक है, so हम भी देखेंगे. ऐसा कुछ सब future में don't believe, but your point is correct. Thank you. Lawrence, a quick second comment. Lawrence, you want to make a comment? After Lawrence, we have Shiva, Swati, Govind.
Thank you, Sip. Yeah, I just wanted to share. Well, yeah, I had a personal experience so that it doesn't seem like it was academic about death. Was really my mom's passing. I saw that, there was a light about her. And I thought, okay, she had a good death. So she's kind of a teacher. And I think, well, why should we be unhappy about death? I mean, because, well, it would be absurd if every one of us who had ever lived with a form were all still here, eons of time. It wouldn't be. So essentially, Atman, the teaching is that we are formless. In a sense, we are no thing. So that's why I would say death is a good thing.
We are
Formless.
not the body. We are not the body that dies. We are the immortal soul. Remember this, Lawrence. We are the immortal soul. We will never die. We will only go back and become one with the divine. Good. Thank you.
And I just wanted to ask you one just quick question, and that is, do you sing a bhajan of the chakor of the rainbow bird, longing? I heard it when I was in India, at the ashram, singing the longing for rain. I just wonder if that's on your collection. That's all. Thank you.
On the rain?
Yes, on the chakor, the rain that's longing for the rain, sings at night, for the rain. I think it is.
Send me by WhatsApp. I'm not sure. Okay. Siva,
I don't know
what it is.
Okay.
Siva.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shiva Guruji, death is inevitable. Everyone knows that death is inevitable, but knowing that because of the fear of losing the near and dear ones, they don't want to talk about it. That is because of ignorance. But those who are in the spiritual path, we know that death is a celebration because the realization, life is liberation from ignorance and finding enlightenment. Only those who have guru and those who are in this path can say that death is a celebration. Otherwise, the people do not want to talk about the death because in the fear and clinging also makes them attachment and fear of losing the near and dear ones. Everything makes it in a, they don't want to talk about death. This is my understanding.
Well said, Siva. What you say is correct. Swati and Govind. Thank you, Siva. Swati and Govind, before we close, I'll try to wind up what Siva said. Swati.
Hi, Shivoham Guruji, this is Swati, and thank you so much for the session. Actually, I'm as soon as I heard the topic today, I wanted to just go out of the call because I'm myself one of the people who's like extremely scared of even when I go somewhere someone has passed away, I have sleepless nights for the next 3, 4, 5 days.
No, but you should not. You have understood
Yes.
the concept today. You understood the call.
Yes.
So will you
yes.
die? Will you die or you will not die? Will you die one day or no?
No. I'll just
You
get
will not.
liberated.
You will not die. Swati will die.
Yes. Yes.
Swati will die. But when Swati dies, you are the immortal soul. So when you
Right.
go to somebody's death ceremony, you should not have any negative feelings. You should realize that, first of all, the ceremony has no meaning because the person has gone. People meet and people gossip and people talk, and really it has no meaning. But if you
Right.
go with that aura to tell people that we never die, only the body dies.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji. I think it will take me some time to overcome this whole thing, but yes.
Yeah, but it's very important to realize this truth. Govind Mehtani.
Thank you.
Then I would like to summarize the whole thing. Thank you, Swati. Thank you for your comment. Govind.
Shivoham Seper.
Sure, Govind.
Basically, I'm not afraid of death because, as I'd
Yeah.
mentioned to you previously, from the age of 5, I used to attend once a year a satsang in a funeral parlor in India, in Pune, actually, where the bodies used to be burned in the typical traditional way. Unlike nowadays, they burn them in the furnaces. And we
Yeah.
used to be explained that this is where you will eventually end up. So from that age, I have that input that that's the final destination of this body.
But Govind, when you were taught that when you were 5 years old, you were told that's where you will end up. But are you still thinking of that like today? Or are you realizing that you will never die?
No, like I mentioned, that's where the body will end up.
Yeah, but you are not that.
Atma is Amar. That's what I was taught. Atma is Amar. Amar means or will is
Immortal.
immortal. Yeah, yeah. Now,
So
people.
even when you were 5 years, you were told that you will never die. You would learn that.
Yes,
learn
yes,
that
yes,
truth.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Very
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Very good.
So now people don't discuss about it socially about death, but everybody does realize because, as we all know, most of the people have to prepare a will before they die for their assets. The government will not transfer a property, a flat that somebody owns to their relative or even to their child without a will because they are afraid that maybe some other relatives will claim it. Maybe there are other children that will claim it.
No, but if there's no will, then there's a process. It will go to your children. There's no compulsion for it to be a will.
It's a complicated process, right? Now, another point, Siper, is in the yoga and the asanas, there is usually one asana that they practice. I think many yoga centers practice. It's called a dead body pose.
Shavasana.
Yeah, and there they make you realize they make you realize that your body is dead, completely still, and you're looking at your body from the top.
But you go with honestly, they don't do it sincerely enough for people to think it's a dead body pose. They call it a dead body pose, but honestly, they don't. So go in your own community and society. Try to go and talk about death. Is it a positive subject?
I
Nobody wants
agree.
to talk
It
about
is not. It's not socially acceptable to just discuss that. Yeah.
And why go with? That's what I'm trying to come. We are trying to conclude on this call. Payal suggested this topic. Thank you, Payal. It was a good topic. Those who are enlightened. Can I conclude, Govind?
Yes, please.
Those who are enlightened, my dear friends, those of you who are spiritually awakened, you will stop being afraid of death. You know what you will tell? You should tell. Another one of the songs I've written. मैं नहीं पैदा होता नहीं, मैं मरता नहीं, मैं तो वो अमर आत्मा हूँ, नेति नेति ये नहीं, तत्वमसि मैं वो हूँ, ये तन नहीं, ये मन भी नहीं, मरता नहीं, पैदा होता नहीं, मैं तो वो आत्मा हूँ. This is the truth of life. Neti neti ye nahi. And in this song, I tell people, बधाई किसको है देता जन्मदिन इसका, पर ये मैं नहीं. बधाई मुझको क्यों है देता, मेरा जन्मदिन नहीं, पैदा होता नहीं, मैं कभी नहीं हूं मरता, बधाई जन्मदिन की ये कैसी. So I have changed the whole concept. I don't let anybody wish me happy birthday, not now. For more than 10 years, of course, but even before that. Last 10 years, nobody's allowed to wish me happy birthday. If they want to wish, they can say happy arrival day. because I arrived on that day. But I was never born, and I will never die, because I am not I. This is what we have concluded today. My dear friends, don't be afraid of death. Are you afraid of a sunset? You're not afraid of a sunset because you know the sun will rise tomorrow morning. Do you ever wake up in the morning with the doubt today whether the sun will rise or it will not rise? You are 100% sure the sun will rise. And you can be 100% sure sun will set today. Even in Iceland, it's the land of the midnight sun. At 1 o'clock in the night, it becomes a little dark. The sun goes to the bottom and comes back again. So I would like to tell you, in this journey of enlightenment, do not fear death. People fear death mainly because of the loss of what they own, what is known. And they fear death because of what lies beyond death, the unknown. People think that death is a very miserable experience. They think that they will suffer. Oh, what if they burn me? They will not burn you. They will burn a body which has no sensation. It is like going to a dentist and having a tooth extracted. There is no pain. You are having anesthesia. When the body dies, it is more than anesthesia. There is no sensation. And eventually, one day, the body, as it becomes old and old and old, it will decay, it will die. And like who said just now, that we leave an old body, we leave the old clothes, and we go. The only challenge, my dear friends, in today's topic is this: body will die. But before the body dies, please realize, who am I? Because if you don't realize who am I, and if you keep on clinging to this world, then this clinging will not only create suffering, but you will return to earth in a rebirth. And the chakra will start again, the cycle will start again. And this will go on and on and on, and you will be reborn. The goal of life is liberation. And when death becomes a celebration, that is realization. The goal of life is liberation. And when death becomes a celebration, that is self-realization. And then there is unification with the divine. You become one with the Supreme. And that is the ultimate goal of life. The ultimate goal of life is not to escape death, but the ultimate goal of life is when the body dies, we should be one with the Supreme. The Atma should become one with Paramatma. The soul should become one with Sip. And I try my best every day to try to give you a new concept, a new topic. Today is Payal's topic, but I try to explain to you all new concepts every day, only because I want you all to climb step by step by step till you reach that state of liberation and unification. With folded hands, I bow down to you and see you tomorrow at 8. And remember that you will never die. You will never die. You will never, never die. You are the immortal soul.